Okay, now we're recording. That's good news. Okay, so welcome you guys. I'm Rebecca Colby, and I am here with some of our team to share a little bit about what went on a couple weeks in Vegas. You know, they always say that fun, well, I don't know if it's fun, but that phrase like what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. And you know, it's Vegas, I will be honest, is not really my favorite place to visit, but we at Shaklee don't keep things in Vegas. There's a lot to share with you guys, and I'm happy to do that with some of the people that were with us a couple weeks ago. So welcome to those of you who are on, and let's see if I can advance my slides here. Oops, went too far. Okay, so I wanted to put a little picture collage together of some of the fun that we did have in Las Vegas just a couple weeks ago, and it really was fun. We had several people from our team and from the Hoffman organization with us, and Joyce Hoffman is there in the kind of center of the top picture here before we went to the Brooks and Dunn and Reba McEntire show. She treated our team, and she's just great. Those of you who don't know Joyce, she's a great resource for our team, and I learn a lot from her. She's a registered nurse, retired. She is about to turn 83 or 84. I can't remember now, but she does not look her age. She does not act her age. She's really fun. And she is also somebody that's been in Shaklee since 1969. So she really is, very knowledgeable. Great, like I said, a really great resource to our team. And we just had a good time. So I wanted to kind of share some of that with you before we moved on to this. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with the company, I thought I would add a couple slides in here just to kind of give the backdrop, because I know people on the recording or people that are here live might not be familiar. And I always share the Shaklee difference, because we know that when you're choosing products, and we have a whole array of natural nutrition products in different categories, that you have many choices. And so I always really like to kind of pick out a few points to let people know what's different and why one may choose Shaklee, and why the average amount of time that somebody's been using Shaklee products is, I don't even remember the latest number I've heard, but it's well into it's 11 to 17 years, somewhere in there. And that's because people start using our products, they love them, they feel good on them, and they're such great quality that often people can't help but share them, which is where I kind of started. But I wanted to share a little bit about our company, and I'm reading from two different screens, so sorry if I'm kind of looking away from the camera. But as you can see here, it was we pioneered the supplement industry with the invention of the multivitamin. Dr. Shaklee was the first in the United States to make the multi in 1915. We're the first company to fully offset carbon emissions, so we leave no carbon footprint. That's really, really important. We really walk that talk. And we've planted more than 1 million trees around the world with Dr. Wangari Maathai, who was the winner of the Nobel Peace Prize for the environment. And so we really, that's a really forward part of our company and what we're about. And this kind of shows you some of the areas that we're in for those of you who might not be very familiar. From my perspective as a distributor, for my own family, I buy from my store in many, many different areas of our lives. But also it's so nice because I can help people in so many different areas. So I'm glad that you guys are here tonight. Shaklee has things with healthy nutrition. That's our foundation. And we're going to highlight some things that are new tonight in that area: healthy weight, healthy beauty. We have some new things in the healthy beauty realm, and healthy home. And these are growing trillion-dollar industries that people every day are looking for and looking to, gain better health in. So with the Shaklee difference, we know that everything is safe. We screen for over 350 contaminants, pesticides, impurities on every new botanical ingredient, 3 times more than the United States Pharmacopoeia standards. We conduct over 100,000 quality tests per year, which far exceeds the requirements of the regulatory agencies. And we never had a questionable, result in quality testing in over 100 years. I mean, our track record is impeccable and is something to stand behind. I like this slide. I wanted to make sure I included it because it shows some of our athletes. We always at these conferences have Olympians that are on the pure performance team that stand behind the products, are not paid to endorse our products, but use them because they're good and they enhance their training and competing. So as you can see here, that our products are proven by science. That's really important. There's a lot of junk science. I'm married to a scientist, so I learn about this. There's a lot of junk science out there. There's a lot of lack of science out there. And it's really important to ask questions. If you're taking products or looking into other companies, that you ask questions, you ask about the science. We have over 100 patents and patents pending, and over 100 clinical studies, publications, just really, really top notch, and it's unique. proven by people. Millions of customers, including the people, a lot of the people on the call tonight, have lived healthier lives with Shaklee and because of Shaklee. And the products have been chosen by NASA to be on every mission since 1993. They're powered by, our athletes are powered by them in the Olympics. We've won over 144 gold, silver, bronze medals. And like I said, we get to hear from the Olympians. And a couple of years ago, we heard from the Kelly brothers, they're twins, and from NASA. And, just some really, really cool things that we're a part of. This is a slide a couple slides that were at the conference. Now, for those of us who were there, some of us went to the Science Symposium, which is something optional at the beginning of conference. So I wanted to include this because they had some really great things about, science is what we're about. And I think that's very important. So I wanted to draw that out. The bottom slide, they were looking at our landmark study, which I'm going to talk about in a future slide here, which some of you might be familiar with. And now we have a Landmark 2 study. And basically what those studies are looking at or have looked at is comparing long-term users of Shaklee supplements. And in the Landmark 2, they were comparing 5-year or less users, which I was part of that group, of Shaklee supplements, like many different things, probiotics and multi and Bs and D and all that stuff. And they're comparing it with people who just took a multivitamin from another company versus people who took no supplements at all. And where you can see Shaklee fit in, what we were told is you don't want to be above this line, because above this line is a lot of health issues and different things. And over the years, you can see in the top that, we have the only nutritional program in the world that's clinically proven to help people live younger, longer over 3, 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, and even 50 years. So Shaklee really stayed stable although in all those decades with using the different things that we have versus, people that are using multiple supplements from other companies, a multivitamin or no supplements at all, and versus using Shaklee. So we're really proud of that. Landmark 2 is about to be published, by the way. So I'm really excited about that. Here's our innovation. We have over 100 years of innovation. I just love this slide. It just shows that, we've just always been forging the way, paving the way, and we continue to do so today. Like I said, I talked about Landmark study, which just kind of gives a little bit of the details on that. We also have some things looking at telomeres, showing how people are living younger, longer, and healthier lives. So I'm not going to go through all the details. I certainly can get the papers and things with anybody who is science-minded and likes that nitty-gritty stuff. We can talk more about that. But, Chris is on the call now. And I thought I would just, if you have any little tidbits, Chris, that you were at the Science Symposium, anything that I'm missing, kind of grazing the surface on, is there anything that you wanted to share on any of that stood out to you? Oh, you're muted, I think. Hey, Chris, you're muted. Let me see if I can unmute you. There you go.
Okay. My big thing at the Science Symposium that I just really got into was all the talk about the probiotics. We're going to be talking about that in a few minutes. But I think just seeing all the scientific ways they went about proving what they say their products do, whether it was for their youth line of skincare or their supplements and vitamins, their probiotics. I just was so impressed with the way they went about setting up the studies. And they really went into a lot of detail with us to explain on several of the topics. And I just thought that was very impressive. That they're very out front with all of that, and really good science as well.
Yeah, it is really good science, and that's what attracted David, my husband, to Shaklee. He's actually on the field science team. Some of you might know that. And David's a professor, and he works with dietary supplements. He works with natural products, and he's really an expert in this area. So that's why he started to take Shaklee, because he knew it was just a good product, good supplement to be taking, and that's why it was one of the reasons we became a Shaklee family. But I want to just say that with that, one of the things I think is unique from what I've heard from other friends that might have gone to other conferences from other companies in the past, our scientists are actually there. They're out in the Shaklee, I forget what they call it, the Shaklee zone. We call it, where the scientists are there. We can talk to them. We can come up to them. We can ask them questions. We can touch, taste, feel products. They're there. They're very transparent, and it's not something, where other companies are, not so transparent with their, science, because probably is not there. So, it's just something to know with ours, that you have that and you have access to that. Okay, so thanks for sharing that, Chris. So I wanted to share a little bit about what's new with the labeling, because this is part of what, if you've been using Shaklee products, you're going to see some changes in your orders if you haven't already. And they have something for us, as distributors, that we have a lot of products, and we need to learn how to help people with that. And it's really, as you can see here, as easy as 1, 2, 3 for you, both as a consumer or as a distributor, or both, where you want to start. They have kind of laid out this program where people can develop their own personalized plan. So you start with number 1, which is basically choosing your multivitamin. We have a couple strips to choose from, or just the basic Vital D multi plus protein. Dr. Shaklee was the scientist that started our company, and he always talked a lot about vitamins, minerals, protein. Think about building a house. You want that foundation solid. You want to make sure your cells are duplicating in a solid way and in a healthy way. And so vitamins, minerals, protein, bare bones. And then for some people, they might want to add on a target solution. And I'm going to talk more about this on a couple future slides, or a boost. And I'm going to talk about that. So 1, 2, 3, that's kind of how you can develop your own personalized plan, and your distributor can help you do that as well. So like I said, here's step 1, the building blocks of life, feeling amazing in 30 days. That's our guarantee. Everything in Shaklee has a guarantee behind it. But this is really creating that foundation for a longer, healthier life with, again, vitamins and protein. And we have new protein shakes I'm going to touch on here real soon. So stay tuned. And this just shows a really pretty picture of some of the options. It's actually my favorite option, if I'm being really honest, because for most people, it's a really affordable but very, very complete option. And this is our Vitalizer. Comes in that strip there. This actually came out of that landmark study. What they developed was something convenient for travel, for just, carrying it in your purse, not forgetting, getting everything in one, kind of a one-stop shop. So you have your vitamin B for mood, energy, stress, and vitamin C in a sustained release. You have a probiotic right here, and you have this guy here, which has some omegas, which is great for heart health, brain health, joint health, eye health, also some carotenoids, which is like in your fruits and vegetables kind of thing, and vitamin E for circulation. So there's a lot of compact stuff and nutrition in this little strip. Everything's designed to get where it needs to be in the body for optimal benefit before it breaks down. So you can see it's based on a lot of science, and I personally just really, really like this as a foundation. And then coupling it with the Life Shake, which we're going to talk about next. So our most delicious, clinically proven shake is our new and improved Life Shake. This is something that they rolled out for us at conference. I wish that we were here in person, because I had an open house on Saturday, and we tasted, but we also passed around to smell, because that was really fun, and they just smell really good. It smells, I don't know, it smells like somebody's baking or something really delicious. But this, we actually have 2 different variations, which I'm going to talk about, the soy and the plant-based protein. So I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about those as we go here. And you can see the beautiful pictures here. And what you can see in these little boxes, or they're not boxes, whatever they are, whatever shape that is. I don't remember what that shape is. But you can see all the different benefits or the things that are in these shakes, or what's missing from the shake that you don't want. So if you've had our old protein shakes, we used to have 16 grams of protein, and now we're up 25% to 20 grams of protein. A lot of people are looking for added protein, and Shaklee delivers. 0 added sugar. Many, many people are looking for that. So our shakes are now sweetened with a natural sweetener, stevia, which you might be familiar with. We have a stevia-free shake coming, I believe September 1st is what I've heard. So it's coming soon if you have any kind of sensitivity. But for the most part, this is a great option for many, many people. And then we have, cholesterol-free, 6 grams of fiber, really important, guys, because that really keeps everything with digestion going. So you always want to look at your fiber content on foods and such. And 23 vitamins and minerals, non-GMO, really important, gluten-free, vegan, dairy-free, and a really great source of omega-3 fatty acids. So this is just the overall great shake. If you are doing anything like, if you're vegan or keto diet or paleo or any of those, diets that a lot of people are kind of trending towards right now, these shakes would work for that. You can have them plain with milk or water, or you can blend them up with different fruits and vegetables, and there's a zillion different recipes out there. So some of you have tried the shakes. Is anybody, we're kind of going unscripted here, but I just, if anybody, and that's fine if you don't, if anybody wants to share, how you're liking the shakes so far, you can share it now or later if you want to do that. But Anybody have any comments who has tried the shakes that wants to share?
I'm drinking mine right now.
I love it.
This is the plant-based one. Um, I actually, it's actually really good. I've had the previous kind, and this is far superior to that. Um, but I'm liking them both. My kids are really liking them, and they both taste really well. And I really can't taste much of a difference between the plant and the soy. So.
So with the shakes, there. Thank you, Heather, for sharing that. That's so neat. You're having it right now. I love that. I should have brewed one up. But yeah, so with the shakes, we use an ancient grain in them, and with the plant based, if people are interested in that, it's there's pea, pumpkin, chia, quinoa. I'm missing one, girls tell me, but that's where the protein source is coming from for those. And yeah, the taste testers have given, 2 thumbs up on that. And that includes my 8 and not almost 10-year-old kids who can be, picky audience, right? And we have shakes every day. I make a big shake in the morning and I'll throw greens in there and I'll throw, some frozen fruit and different things like that. And the boys, I make them other things for breakfast and my husband too, but we all have some of that shake. That's my main, that's all I have because it fills me up and it's great for a mom on the go. But for my boys, I want to make sure that they're getting some of that good brain power, some of that good protein for growth and just for school and stamina. And then my husband as well, who's always got busy taxing days at the university, especially now that semester has started. So you can see here, their flavors have not changed. If you're familiar with our old shakes, they just look so yummy here. I just want to try those right off the screen. But yeah, so in the soy version, you have the vanilla, chocolate, cafe latte, strawberry. And I want to make one little note about soy because I get a lot of questions about it. There is a lot of misconception about soy on the internet. Internet is not your favorite friend for information. You really want to, find reputable websites and good science. And the science just does not back some of the claims out there for soy. So I have some of that I'm glad to pass on to people. But soy is a really great option for most people. It's actually the most complete plant-based protein out there. And it's actually my preference. I like the new plant one as well, but this is my go-to is the soy. And I know people who have had different hormonal issues that they've gone through. The soy has been really good for them and they feel really good on it. So anyway, that's what we have for the soy. If you're looking at the plant-based, you have vanilla and chocolate as your option. And the new stevia-free one that's coming out, I believe will also be vanilla and chocolate as well. And I like this little comparison here because, I have a lot of friends who, maybe budget is an issue for, making some healthy choices, but Starbucks is never out of their budget. So, and I have a niece that works for Starbucks and I know she loves that as well, but, there's nothing wrong with that. But when you're just doing a side-by-side comparison, this is what they're comparing with I've never had this, but the classic coffee cake and almond milk latte, 16 ounces, which is their grande. You can see here comparing that with 10 ounces of our shake, which is the liquid amount that you're adding to our new protein shake. This is just making it with cold water, which tastes great. And this is the plant-based shake. So you can see the protein content, 8 grams versus 20. Sugar, 36 grams. That's a lot. Versus less than 1 gram in our Shaklee new shake. Calories, big difference here, 490 in the Starbucks and 140 in the Shaklee. Fat content, 22 grams versus 3.5. Sodium is higher, 560 versus 320. Carbohydrates, 66 versus 10. And if none of that phases you, then budget-wise, this could save you a lot of money by making some healthier choices and switching maybe even for a month and see how you feel on it. Just kind of weaning off of the Starbucks habit if that happens to be you. So $6.90 for this drink versus $2.58 for a Shaklee shake. And that's a full breakfast. So I have that for breakfast and, it's very inexpensive, very filling, very healthy, and it keeps me energized. Okay. So now we're going to move on. So you have your foundation. Okay. Anybody have questions on the shake? I don't want to just whiz by that. I know some of you came on specifically to learn about the shakes, and I want to just make sure if anybody has any questions, you can chat them, which I can see at the end, or you can ask me later or now or whatever. So Target Solutions, that's the number 2 spot of this 1, 2, 3. And you can see here that, choosing your Target Solutions, these ultra pure supplements, really great quality with clinical proven ingredients designed to address your unique unique health concerns. So you can see that some people might be looking for help with healthy aging, probiotic, which goes along with the digestive and also immune health, detoxing, mind, omegas, heart, eye, joint, bones, pain relief, mood relief, stress relief, immunity. Greens, we have the green booster, which is great to add in the shakes and easy, or sauces and soups and everything like that. Sleep, blood sugar, energy, and then we have things formulated for men and for women specifically, hormonal stuff, prostate stuff, that kind of thing. So there's a lot. We have not changed these, but we've changed the labels on them. This is the new probiotic, which I'm going to get to, but the MindWorks, you might be familiar with. It was in a green bottle, and now it's in this kind of cool looking purple bottle. All of them kind of look similar, but with a little bit different labeling and color to them. Nutriferon, you might have taken that before for immune health. It's a great one. And now it's in this bottle. Vivix has not changed. That's our anti-aging tonic or supplement, and just a great, great option as well. So you can kind of see, this is what they look like. Some of the top selling ones are the ones I just mentioned. And then you go to number 3, and not everybody's going to need these. You kind of develop your own program. But this is the number 3, which is the boost. Sometimes you need a boost in vitamin B, which again, mood, stress, energy. Our bodies deplete it with stress and medication and life. and we don't make it naturally. We need to get it from foods and supplements. Shaklee's B complex has been said to turn all women into Mother Teresa, because it really works well for helping you just kind of even out mood. And it's a wonderful, wonderful supplement. Vitamin C, this time of year, great to boost that. Vitamin D, of course, bones, mood. There's so much that we're not necessarily getting from the sun like we might be thinking. Vitamin E for circulation. G is our garlic. I for immunity. L is for lecithin. That's a one that we don't talk about enough. It was a Dr. Shaklee a vitamin that he had developed, and there's many good benefits to all these. M for mind, and Z for zinc, which is a great one for immune health and other things as well. So we have lots. I'm just kind of touching the surface just to let you know this 1, 2, 3, and that's how that works. Okay. Now, to find your, kind of where do I start? If you've never taken the health print, or even if you have, it's always a great place to revisit. It's a survey that's free to take, 20 questions, 5 minutes. Yeah, that's right. I was going to reverse it, but that's right. 20 questions, 5 minutes. There is a special if you have never taken advantage of the free product that goes along with that. Talk to your Shaklee distributor and they can get you set up. But it's a great place to kind of give you a base to start, what your health concerns are, what your goals are, and it can open up that conversation with you and your distributor to figure out what your plan should be that would work best for you. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to move on to the skincare. I love, some of you know my stories about my skin and how I'm just, sensitive skin, acne prone, eczema, you name it. I've had it. I get it. I still, deal with it. I have to be careful. But youth, when it came out a year ago, was a game changer. Not initially. It takes time. The skin really takes time to turn over to get all of the, whatever needs to get out, impurities, and get to a healthy skin. And I'm finally there. And it took some months. I will say that. So you want to be patient with your skin and with yourself, but the products work, and there's some science behind them. So everything in the youth skincare line is 100% vegan, cruelty-free, gluten-free, dermatologist tested, hypoallergenic, suitable for sensitive skin like me, non-comedogenic, which means it will not clog your pores, and ophthalmologist tested. So it's, not going to irritate eyes and things like that. And this picture here is our new hydrating regimen that I'm going to talk about a little bit. And if anybody has stuff to jump in with, I'm going to leave some time for you guys at the end that were there that want to share. But if there's anything specific that you really wanted to share on, or that is, standing up to you, feel free to jump in. That's absolutely fine. But this is the hydrating regimen. And it just kind of shows you the steps in that. Now, everything you can buy individually, and I had to kind of stretch out this picture at the bottom, so the products are actually taller. They look kind of short and fat, but they're actually taller than that. So just, picture them taller. But you get your Luminous Gel Oil Cleanser, which we've had, and I love that product. It's just a little bit, it kind of, lathers up with water, and it's just really gentle on the skin. Really great. Perfecting Skin Toner happens to be one of my favorite products to get all the extra stuff that might be, sloughing off your skin off. And then we have Step 3, which is our new product. Let me see if I can hold it up, because this is actually the height of it. And if you can see, let me see, where's my camera? You can see those little it looks like, little bubbles. It's just such a pretty product. But this is the activating serum. I'm loving it. And I used to be really, really, really oily. Enter youth. I was still oily. It took some time to kind of balance that out. And now my skin is getting more and more to a regular, not oily and not overly dry. It's just kind of where it needs to be balanced. And so I can use these hydrating products really with no issue, which kind of shocks me if I'm being honest. So the Youth Moisturizing Activating Serum, really, really great. And then step 4 is the new Day Lock Moisture Cream, which is a jar like this. Let's see if I can hold it up. And it's just, it's just a cream like you might expect. Let me see if I can show you. It's just like that. And it's great. Doesn't really, it has a light scent, but not like I get irritated with scents in skincare. This does not, it's not over, you can't even tell that it's there, but it's just really, really gentle on your skin. So I love that. And then at night you can use the Renewal Cream. Let me see. I think I have a chat. I think somebody's chatting with me, but I can't. Oh, yeah. Okay. Got it. No, I didn't know you couldn't see me. You can't see me? You guys can't see me? Really? I can see me. Can everybody not see me? How about now?
Nope.
Now you can? See, Heather can. You know what, Chris? You know why? It's on your computer. You just moved the arrow of the people, so I might just be out of your screenshot.
Oh, well, that's true. You're right. I closed down the view of the people.
There you go. Okay, good. You don't really need to see me. Just try to hear. Hopefully I'm giving good points of information. So the new products in this line, or in this regimen, is this guy here, the serum, which is fantastic, and then the new Moisture Lock Day Cream, which really just, you want moisture because that actually, as our skin ages, it holds in, so it's not getting wrinkly and fine lines and all that stuff. It actually prevents that or works against that. So that's what we want. You want to stay hydrated. Right out of the shower, putting the moisturizers on is a great time because that really locks in the moisture from the shower, really keeping our skin looking youthful. And then this is the regimen that we've had, and I'm mentioning this because we have a special on both right now. So this is our original regimen, which is fantastic. Each of these products are designed to last you 60 days, and they last longer. For everybody I've talked to, they last usually about 90 days or more. So know that you're really getting a good product that is cheaper than the competitors and lasts longer, and then keeps all the stuff that we don't want, like 2,500 things out of our product, okay? So this advanced regimen they had some studies, preliminary studies before it launched, that 100% of women had younger looking skin, and 2/3 shifted their age into a younger decade. So the steps in here, again, that gel oil cleanser, the skin toner, the activating serum, the age defense mineral moisturizer, which is an AM with a natural SPF in it. And then we have the night cream, which is the same from the other regimen. So there's some overlap there, but they're both excellent depending on what you're looking for. Now we have some specials with these. So I wanted to include a couple slides on that so you guys know what's happening right now. With either of those regimens, right now through the end of September, you're going to get this really pretty youth bag. I have that, and I actually have a pink one right here. I don't have the silver one. I have it, but it's in my bathroom. But I think they're giving out different colors, or maybe it's just silver. I'm not actually sure, but it's really nice, and it holds all your products plus some. And so you get that right now, a little free gift. And with either of those regimens, when you check the auto ship box, which you are never locked into, I promise, you'll also get this freebie. And this is an awesome freebie. It's a $94 value. It's the Radiance C&E. So it's really great for, so many things with anti-aging of your skin. And if you're young, you're fortunate to have that young skin, and you might be thinking, why do I need anti-aging? But that actually starts to happen before we really see it. So you want to make sure that you're hydrating well and using good products that are not damaging your skin. And this is a great line. So while supplies last, one time you can get this product here with either of those kits. So talk to your distributor to help you do that. That's just a really, really great gift. Now, one of my other favorite things that you may hear people talking about or see people posting videos and pictures on are our masks. And you can see them here. They kind of look like paint to me, but they're very light on your skin. I've tried them both. They're great. They don't irritate my sensitive skin. And you can still move your mouth around and your eyes and your forehead while you're wearing them. They're not going to freeze you while you indulge in some relaxation for at least 10 minutes, maybe put some great music on and just relax. Some people are doing this every Sunday night as a mask and meditation. This is a picture that was actually taken at a conference, so that's why you see this person's head in front, but I wanted to show it because it shows the two different, what it looks like on the face. And you can see that we have an instant facial detox and clarifying the skin with our clay mask, which is this one. They put a little black dot on it, so you know, and it's a purifying clay mask that has, you know, charcoal base, volcanic ash, just some kind of cool ingredients that a lot of people are looking for these. These are each $25 member price, so it's very inexpensive, and this jar is going to last you a long time. And then we have the gel mask, the yellow one on the other side, which, you know, revive and glow. And it's a hydrating gel mask. Again, doesn't irritate my skin, and you can still move your face around while you're wearing it. So just some really, really cool things that came out of conference. Anybody have any questions or comments on any of that? So the people that went to conference, does anybody want to share, you know, anything that came to mind, or anything that, you know, kind of struck you about anything that I've mentioned about the products or that you tried so far? And I realized, I don't know what happened to it, but I did have a slide in here on the probiotic, and you know what? It's not here. So let's talk about that. I'm sorry about that. I don't know why that got bumped out of my slides. I was editing today, and I may have accidentally deleted that. I'm going to talk about that because this is an important one that I want to make sure I mention. This is our new probiotic. We have the little pearl that you might be familiar with. There's a couple strains of probiotic in that. Now, if you're not familiar, like, what does a probiotic do? Why do we need it? They talked about this at the Science Symposium quite a bit, where we have, you know, a trillion different strains of bacteria in our gut. Some are good, some are bad, the friendly bacteria and the not so friendly ones. If you're on, you know, medication and foods and different things, toxins we're exposed to over our lifetime, we're losing the good, and we want to replenish that. And a good probiotic that gets through the stomach acid, gets through the digestive process, is very, very important. So we have the Optiflora pearl is what we call it now, the little tiny one that, you know, a child can swallow that easily. And that gives you a couple strains. And now we're adding on 4 more strains with the Optiflora DI. D stands for digestion, and I stands for immune health or immunity, because 70% of our immune system is in the gut. And so we want to make sure that we're taking care of our gut and our gut health, and, you know, detoxing, you know, having bowel movements every single day. I know people don't want to talk about that, but that's important. And that's important for we don't want to hold on to toxins in our intestines, because that can lead to long-term issues down the road that you just don't want. So this is great. My oldest son has no problem swallowing vitamins or pills. So he's been taking this one. My little one likes to kind of chew on the little probiotics. So they've had them. They've had this one. You could open these up. It's a capsule that has powder, I guess, in it that you could add to food or drink for somebody who's having a hard time swallowing, you know, vitamins or pills. But this is just a really great add-on for just overall health. People have been reporting higher energy levels. At conference, people that were in the test group saying, you know, be more productive in the bathroom, very important, and just overall great health with this. So I strongly encourage you to check this one out. Along those lines, I don't have a slide on this, but we do have a 7-day healthy cleanse that's starting on September the 9th. If you are wanting to be a part of that, talk to me or the person that invited you, and we'll get you set up. You can join with a buddy for less than $50 on that. You get full support from us. It's only 7 days, and you're going to feel great. Better digestion, more energy, you know, losing weight, inches if you're looking for that. There's so many, you know, cravings are going to go down. There's so many benefits to that. So let us know if you're interested in that. But I want to move on to the last couple slides. If nobody has anything else, let me zip on through. Oh, that's my dog, if you heard that. They're whining outside the door, so sorry. But I want to just add a few more slides on, because I always talk about this. I used to not talk about everything that Shaklee has to offer. And for those of you who might be interested, and if you're not, that's okay, but you might know somebody. So if you could just hang on for a couple more minutes to listen to a little bit about what Shaklee has to offer as far as a business. You know, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm a work-at-home mom. I'm by trade a music therapist. I went to school for that. I had a business that was growing in California when we lived out there, and then our family started, and I wanted to be home with them, but I still wanted to be able to contribute to the working life because I do enjoy that. I also enjoyed having my business, and I wanted to be home with my kids and contribute to our family. And Shaklee has been a real you know, gem of a find for me, because it fulfills, you know, my need to serve others and help in the healthcare profession. I mean, it's, you know, wellness. and it's fun, and we get to work with really great people, and it's just really, really rewarding to do that. So a side benefit of that is, travel, and, we have a Shaklee bonus car because our other car was on its last leg. So it was a blessing to have that in our family. There's so many things that come about from this business that, personal development piece that I just can't even put into words, but I want to let you know that if anybody is, remotely interested, just, shoot us a message and we can, set up a time to talk about it and see what that might look like for you, because people are surprised, like, oh, I can never do that, but you could, because I am, and I didn't think I could do it either, really. So, so there you go on that. We do have some business in a box specials right now. We have success packs that are really fantastic. They have a lot of product. They have, they really set you up to start your business well. And we have some really great specials going on with those through the end of this month in August. So again, send a message to me or the person that invited you, and we can talk more about that if you guys are interested. Now is a really great time. Our conference title was Now, and with all of the launches and just people are looking for what Shaklee has, it's a very, very good time to even get your toe wet in this. So let us know if that's something you want to talk about, okay? And there's my wonderful family. There's my husband, David, and our kids a couple years ago, which, of course, we're in Washington, D.C., one of my very favorite places to visit. And I just love this picture, so I wanted to add that in. This is my friend Harper and her wonderful, beautiful family. They are master coordinators in Shaklee in Chicago, and she says that the income from their business has given them the gift of living an integrated life of faith, family, and business. They're able to do what they feel called to do, not what they have to do, and this business allows us to improve lives without compromising value and priorities. Whenever I go to the conference, this is my 7th consecutive, I believe. It's like a Shaklee family reunion, and everybody works together and helps one another. And it's just, the energy is fantastic. We had 5,000 people there, and Harper was up on stage with Ryan, her husband, speaking. Really great. And Tiff Vin, who you see here, was on stage as well. She's at Harvard as a student, and this is her mom with the glasses, because I know it might be hard to tell who's mom, who's daughter. And Neri, the mother, says it's so much fun seeing others experience growth or meet a goal, whether it's financial, health-wise, or even just being more fulfilled and content. I know I'm making a difference, and I'm proud to help others succeed. And her daughter, Tiffany, said, when my mom started her business in Shaklee, I could not see it for myself, but when I realized I could pay my own way through college while paving the way for income for my retirement years, that's incredible. And that's part of why I do this, to help my kids with their college, but also our retirement, and take some of that burden off my husband, but helping people and getting to work with some really cool people. So the opportunity is flexible, it's simple, it's social, and it's mobile. So it's basically what you put in, what you want to, when, where, how is up to you, with a lot of help and coaching from our really great team. This just gives you a little bit of, average annual income in that middle column from director, which is our first promotional rank, all the way up through presidential master coordinator, and everywhere in between. There's something for everyone: replacement income, side income, fun income, retirement income, whatever it happens to be for you. And you can kind of see here, you can work really part-time hours or big-time hours, and your income can reflect that. So how do you see yourself fitting in? This is my last slide, and I'm going to, stop the recording in here in a second, but I just want you guys to think about the things that we talked about tonight, the 1, 2, 3, the new products, the business, if that might be interesting to you, just to have a conversation about it, health print, wherever you might want to start or grow in your Shaklee journey or health journey. We're here to help you guys, and appreciate you listening. If you want to get in on any of the specials or the cleanse or anything we talked about, again, talk to me or the person that invited you, and we will get you what you need for that. So I'm going to stop the share. And I'm going to stop the recording in a second, but thank you everybody for listening.